uh, Governor Abbott and the Republicans down in Texas have redrawn, or I should say, have approved the redistricting of for the upcoming midterm 2026 elections. Now it's California's turn, tit for tat, to do the same. California Democrats are poised to call a special election to approve new congressional maps. Tyrone Bowman live. Let's talk about it. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, California lawmakers plan to vote Thursday to authorize a November 4 special election to redraw congressional districts that benefit Democrats, putting the Golden State at the forefront of a nationwide redistricting fight. Democratic lawmakers will vote on 3 bills to enact their plan, a proposed constitutional amendment to adopt new maps favoring Democrats, a bill with the maps themselves, and another bill to call a special election for voters to decide whether to adopt the maps. So what exactly is going on here? I want to talk about this from 3 different perspectives. How the California Supreme Court has cleared the way for Governor Newsom's redistricting plan, and also how Governor Newsom is also the face of California's redistricting push that could help him and hurt the plan. Now, let me finish with this part first. How fair are Governor Newsom's proposed California congressional districts? Let's take a closer look. Efforts to stall the bill by Republican lawmakers who hold less than 1/4 of the seats in the legislature quickly failed. We're here today because President Trump and Republicans in Texas and other states are coming to redraw congressional districts amid a decade in an effort to rig the upcoming election. Assemblymember Mark Berman, D. Menlo Park, said during debate on the bills, "This is someone who earnestly talks about the possibility of serving a 3rd term as President of the United States, and now realizing that his policies are terribly unpopular and that voters will have a chance to express their opposition next year. He's now trying to rig the election to inoculate himself from the will of the voters and hold on to power." Governor Gavin Newsom announced the idea of new maps last month in response to moves by Republicans in Texas to redraw their maps to give their party an advantage in the 2026 midterm elections. The California maps were designed to flip 5 seats from Republican to Democrat, a tactic known as gerrymandering. The California maps accomplished this by concentrating more Republican voters into a small number of districts, thus reducing their numbers in other districts seen as winnable by Democrats. You know what's ironic here, and the Republicans have a nerve to be upset with Governor Newsom because he's doing the same thing that they were told to do. It's called, I won't use that word, but the bottom line is this. They overplayed their hand down in Texas because they thought there would be no response coming from the Democrats. And now the Democrats are responding, and you can believe it's going to happen all around the country. Quote, "If the Republicans in California had the power to stop this, we would stop this today," said Senator Tom Strickland, Republican from Huntington Beach. Isn't that something? He has a nerve to say, if they had the power to stop it, they would stop it today. But it's okay for it to take place down in Texas. What hypocrisy. Strickland said Democrats knew what they are doing is wrong, and that they were elected to represent Californians, not Texans. The states considering new maps. He said he doesn't expect voters to pass the measure. But why is Strickland upset about why Senator Troy Strickland upset? What about the governor is proposing to do in California? If the governor down in Texas can do it, and the state legislature in Texas can do it, well, the state legislature in California can do it as well. I'm hopeful that my colleagues across the aisle will use their newfound enthusiasm for redistricting reform to reach out to their colleagues and to the president in D.C., said Senator Lanza Gonzalez, a Democrat from Long Beach. Please call him and demand that they adopt these commissions nationwide and stop the president's illegal gerrymandering efforts so we can shelve the bill and get back to serving our constituents. They're not going to do it because they want to hold on to power by hook or crook. Typically, states redraw their congressional maps every 10 years based on updated population numbers from the U.S. Census. But President Donald Trump has called for Texas Republicans to approve new maps that will help their party hold on to seats in the U.S. House in the midterms when the president's party often loses seats. Republicans control a slim majority of seats in the House of Representatives. 219 compared with Democrats of 212. Texas Republicans hold 25 of the 38 congressional districts in the Lone Star State. In California, Democrats hold 43 of 52 congressional seats. And that's why the governor is doing what he's doing, because they're going to flip the balance of power and continue to hold it. I mean, they're going to continue to maintain the balance of power. The timing of the special election will give California Democrats just a couple of months to convince voters to approve their plan. If they succeed, the new maps would counterattack those in Texas, which aim to flip 5 seats from Democrat to Republican. While lawmakers in most other states can approve new maps on their own, California Democrats must seek voter approval because the state constitution gives map drawing power to an independent commission that by law cannot be controlled by a political party. The new maps drawn by California Democrats would be in place for the 2026, 2028, and 2030 elections. But after that, the independent commission would resume its role and draw new nonpartisan maps. Quote, if California did not push back against President Trump's attacks to rig our elections through partisan gerrymandering in states like Texas, we risk losing one of the most fundamental pillars of our system. Senator Sabrina Cervantes, a Democrat from Riverside, said during a committee debate on one of the bills, if he moves forward with his plan to steal Democratic seats, then Californians will be the firewall. Jean Rhea, a former Democratic member of the Independent Redistricting Commission, argued the commission's work has been a dramatic improvement for California and criticized lawmakers for wanting to revert to a partisan system. We witness daily the chaos and mistrust created by revenge and politics in Washington, she said during the committee hearing on Tuesday. This is not a model for the responsible government Californians deserve. Despite consternation among some Democrats about the redistricting plan, leaders in the party have largely sided with Governor Newsom. Former President Barack Obama told attendees at a fundraiser on the East Coast on Tuesday that he wants all states to adopt independent redistricting, but California should fight back in the meantime. Quote, we cannot unilaterally allow one of the 2 major parties to rig the game, Obama said. According to a transcript of his remarks provided by the pro-redistricting campaign, the fact that California voters will have a chance to weigh in on this makes this act consistent with our democratic ideas. I want to go back to something I talked about a few moments ago here, which is very, very important. The California Supreme Court has cleared the way for Governor Newsom's redistricting plan, which is a major plus for the governor because now he has favorability moving forward. I'll keep you updated on this as information is made available. So once again, California is going to be holding a special election to redraw the congressional maps for the upcoming midterm 2026 elections. Tyrone Bowman, never surrender, never quit.